Okay. Let's open the world map then. We still have some side quests to do around the map, but everything that started at the hideaway is done. I think. We just need to turn in the last two.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
From a distance. No mention is made as to the name of the author. Whether that is because the title page has been lost to time, or because the tome was published anonymously, it is impossible to say.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did.
Oh, against the white background.
She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm.
It happens once in a while.
And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive.
Life is so big.
Enough people believe
Just putting them side to side.
Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian.
In the side quest, they just have everyone do little stock animations for everything. They can't put the money in everyone, so they just look weird sometimes. It feels like I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV when I'm having conversations in this game for side quests. Scholar's Bonnet. Vivian Ninetail's scholarly headwear, awarded to her upon the completion of her studies at the University of Camber. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you as I do. I mean, that's what you get when you make when people that made an MMO make an action game. When it's not doing the action, it feels like an MMO. Okay, we got more of these. Garnick Walud. Curse breakers came across this creature while searching for survivors near the abandoned village of Garnick. Misled by the abomination's appearance into thinking she might be a local woman, they went to offer their help, but soon it was they who were seeking salvation. The survivors say they can still hear the screams, both those of the white and those of their fallen comrades. Maybe that will give me the materials I'm missing. Okay, let's turn in this quest first. Then I can actually check if I can get any rewards, do any more side quests, or hunt any more monsters.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
Bearer registry. Here you go.
If I may. The bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on.
I am impressed by how much voice acting there is in this game.
They're never truly gone.
Like, almost everything.
Sid,
That's impressive.
I'm going to write a book. An account of
All the way to the
horrors
end.
about
Almost everything voice
the
acted.
spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you.
There must have been a shit ton of recording time.
You.
And like 3 languages, at least. I'm pretty sure it has Spanish as well, and Japanese. Of course Japanese, but... the Spanish dub surprised me when I saw it. Oh, there's a treasure chest here. Never opened it.
What else could it be?
Okay. Oh, we got another side quest from the fucking reading table. Ah! This last wave never ends. I wish I could teleport inside the hideaway. It's not the first time I've said it, but... could kind of use some extra quality of life there. I just use the forge. I have 4 orichalcum. I need 3 to make the sword, right? Right. And dark steel is what I'm missing. Okay. Let's make this, sure.
No scratches, right?
You think that's the best in the game for that kind of item? Still holding on to my orichalcum until I get more. So I can make the sword as soon as I get it. My priority. The Wages of Fate. Do you remember when you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? Or why you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominance sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge your own paths. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Joshua. The greatest gift. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. The afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure. But somehow I knew even then that it wouldn't be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me. The half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. Jill. Now kiss. Making amends. Master Clive. I am aware there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention. Yes, they are, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness, Prince Dion. Harpocrates. Okay.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
It never ends with you guys. Okay, what do you need, man? Why are you making me come over here?
Lordsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes.
I am wondering what this is about.
This is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail.
What does that have to do with
The
anything?
sages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen
Oh, I thought
cultivated
he meant
wyvern
an
tail
actual
before, I trust.
wyvern's tail.
Lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the colour. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
I guess he wants to give him a flower. Okay. Search for a wild wyvern tail near Rigma's Roost. Okay. Where's that? Oh, we'll loot again. Okay. It's pretty far away from the obelisks. There's also a hunt that should be around here. I guess I'll do that once I've picked this up. Man, sometimes I wish the game would let me take out my chocobo in towns, even deserted, particularly in deserted ones. Or give me a run button that I can just press. Like at this point in the game, I'm mostly just thinking about the time it takes me to traverse places. Okay. Ambrosia, here you are. What a strong bridge. Oh, let me just stay away from that thing. Oh, it's on the other side of this little gap.
Seems
Okay.
this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Seriously, is this a... I thought it was a rock, but this is a... This is a buried dragon. That's a neat detail. It just happens to be here. Also, a Akashic lindworm. I think it's in the way. I get more of this shit. Oh, he's still alive, fuck. Let's do a baby Sentetsuken. Still enough to kill.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Okay. That was easy enough. We do have a hunt in this part of the map, so let's see if I can take care of that too. Can't be harder than the King Behemoth. Hopefully.
Good girl.
I'm not sure where in the village it would be. Maybe up there in the woods? I need to check it out. I expect it to be inside the town.
No need to ride from here.
Let's make sure. Oh, sure enough. What the fuck? What are you doing here?
Harmon's madness lives on.
That's one of Benedicta's. Ow.
Nice try.
Can I hit her with this? Oh yeah. Didn't break her though. Just keep that laser beam freezed while I do this. Just mashing on this. Do it as soon as I can. Oh, that hit me from there? Ow. There you go, I wanted to freeze it. God, this is so excessive. I wish it did more damage. Man, you can see it still recharge the supers while I'm doing this. What? Ow. I was waiting to see. I'm actually not sure if I need to be close to it to do that, or if it just hits everything on the screen. I was waiting for a good chance to throw it out.
Rest in peace.
Okay, so not actually a Banshee. I guess close enough. Anyway, that's that for this quest. Now I'm afraid that might have been all Huns. Okay, Mr. Harpocrates.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Records suggest that the wyvern tail, was first cultivated for the purpose of distilling a purple dye from its petals. However, when the tended blooms were discovered to lose their hue over time, the gardeners of early Valisthea made the fateful decision to investigate the practical properties of their roots instead. And they discovered poison.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Okay, Dion.
Your Highness,
We have a side quest for you, Dion.
would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
Now. It is time, then.
Nope.
No, only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Everyone's tired of waiting.
No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Oh. You can tell this one has money in it because there are characters in specific animations. They're not in stock animations. You can tell because Harpocrates is standing.
I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
His voice almost cracked. As an aside, the wyvern tail, the flower, showed up quite often.
No wonder my stepmother didn't like him.
In earlier cutscenes with Dion dealing with his family, which was like the emperor of one of the countries.
With memories I had thought long.
It's like they kept putting one in his mail. Like after giving him orders or the like, it's like, you are part of the family, just put the flower. And it was like a completely white flower. So now that they're using the same flower but with a different hue, it's like you are not defined by your origins.
Thank you, Clive.
That's cute.
Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tails. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Man, I can't imagine.
When that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about.
I can't imagine this meathead doing that.
Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Well, I guess that's me. That's simplifying Clive's character. He's not dumb by any means. But it's hard to imagine him, I don't know, writing a book. Bahamut's Mercy reduces Gigaflare cooldown by 6 seconds. Okay. I'm not really using this though, so I guess it just goes into the inventory. To be fair, he probably does a lot of reading and writing in his role as the head of this merry band of ne'er-do-wells. Let's read through here. We should have some new missives. Then I'm going to check the hunt board to make sure that there's nothing there. Poll again. 5. It occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again. That those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge, and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Vivian. So how many of these do we have? Oh, we're still missing a few collectibles. No Daisy Garland. Stole a squill. And Scholar's bonnet. Table's getting crowded. We're still missing 4 or 5 things. Oh. So does that mean we have still 5 quests left to do? That's terrifying. It's just the lighting of this time of the game is weird. Kill a god, save the world. I miss anything? No, that's pretty much the plan.
Not a very good one.
If you ask me.
But then...
I can't say I've had much practice killing gods. Now, forging kit to kill a god? That I might be able to help you with. Reckon it's the least I can do after all you've given us. And it's more than enough. You can thank me when you get back. Some of the few things that aren't voiced.
What's that for you, dear?
Let me check real quick. The swords. Yeah, still didn't give me dark steel. Still don't have enough for recalcum.
That it?
What? Where's my recalcum? It's like the world state changed at one point in the game, and Ultima basically cast a spell that made the sky so shitty, and now the lightning is pinkish all the time. I'm not a fan either. Particularly because you spend most of the time in this game with this kind of like dusk.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts.
A new dawn. Okay. Is this the last one? Unsigned. Every epic starts with a single word. Every symphony, a single note. This is but the beginning, and forever shall your legend be told. Forever shall your legacy be sung.
All yours.
To sail forbidden seas.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to check this. Okay, looks like I hunted everything. Maybe. Oof. I mean, it seems like I'm still missing something that gives dark steel, but yeah, I don't know when that will show up, if it will show up. Oh, it's the battle theme. I'm never gonna find these ones. Okay. Where were we? We still have side quests. We still have 3 side quests, at least. Let's get started with them. I think I want to do this one first. The Dalimil Inn. Last time we were here, someone influential in the community had been ousted as being secretly a magic person, and now people hate him. So I guess we're gonna see if they run him out of town or something. I'm just trying to make the best sword in the game.
I'm almost finished already, in fact. You're really going to go through with this then?
But it happens to need one material that I haven't been able to find.
But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, 2, in fact. If it's within my power to help you, I will. It's the children. I
I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The Hideaway.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
Oh.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men.
I'm pretty sure you can't redo the hunts.
Any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Unless I do New Game Plus.
Yes, my lord.
But I kind of want to have this before I kill the final boss.
Change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
They're not going to. They're probably going to send us to go kill everything.
Wish me luck.
Lines in the sand number 2.
What's in it?
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
Know your place, bearer.
Why do they always have to make such a...
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full
Have I killed the Prince of Death?
Oh,
That doesn't sound familiar.
And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
Oh wow, they're so stupid.
Like this.
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now,
Wow, they are so stupid.
You're making a mistake.
It's no use. Words will not move them.
Then we must find another way to ensure Dalimil's survival.
I'm glad.
Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I'm glad I have Jill and Joshua with me.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
I don't think I have done a Grim Reaper hunt. It might pop up after we do a couple of these last side quests.
Sid, what's wrong? I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but
It's like I'm still holding out that something might unlock right at the end.
themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted. The bloody fools. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalimil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Ferda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor, I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
Did they start stoning him or something?
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming.
They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalimil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far away!
Just go on. Yeah. Yeah. Go on, then.
Are we just like looking at this?
Wait, someone's coming.
Oh, sure. Let the children get stoned instead.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like he doesn't even exist!
Oh man, maybe we are really stupid.
Lubor.
I'm surprised they didn't just tell the children to fuck off.
Enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then.
Fine.
Oh, suddenly everyone's back to looking up to him for guidance.
Gather round if you don't want to die.
That was convenient.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage, and they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalimil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic Force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalimil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done. As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchants not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
But some of them will take the chance to break things they don't need to get replacements.
I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of
Free insurance?
Charatina itself. The main host is most likely still
Time to scam it.
And Dalimil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then.
Wait, what are we doing? I wasn't paying attention. I was just thinking of insurance fraud.
Matter of doing it. For Dalimil.
Looks like everyone's ready.
You just follow the exclamation point? Got it.
Keep them waiting.
Why is that so far away?
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside? Can't leave a single one alive.
Oh, there are a lot of them. Let me just get popped up. Hey, there's a big one. I love this, it's so extra. Ah, fuck. Just keep doing it.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
Few little one-liners. Okay. So do they even need to defend anything if we were just killing the bandits at their source?
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Oh, that was easy.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
So are they not going to ask how we were able to just jump into like an ether-flooded area despite, according to them, being a normal person?
Allow me to apologize.
Like, they don't know that we have like superpowers, right?
We should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry.
I can't believe how stupid these people are.
Hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubo. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
I think your hat is special enough already. Okay. It looks like one down.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader.
I find it really weird how easily people turn on him and then turn back the moment children stepped into the picture. They didn't even confirm that he was right. They were just shamed by 2 kids.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Okay. Do we get any souvenirs for it? Briar's Kiss signboard. There it is. Emblem of the Briar's Kiss, pride of Dalimil. Forge is almost as popular with traveling merchants as the trading post's famous healing baths, where the weary can soak away their saddle sores on the way to Drake's Fang. Had some trouble reading that.